influenced heavily by really three things we have found in our lives. First is personality. And personality is amazing. We all have one. We call that
You really have.
I have an amazing personality. No, I'm so humble.
Right.
If you look up humble in the dictionary, it's me.
Back to the chat.
All right, back to this. And so when you look at the idea of personality, we call that God wiring. It's really before you're even born. If you have kids, you've seen this. We have 4 daughters. They're all so different. They were born no more than 2 years apart, in same city, same parents, and but yet just their way they view life is so different.
Yeah, when you think about personality, it impacts. Some people are going to speak much more directly because their personality is a little bit more driven or a little bit more task oriented. That really changes the way they interact. Another person's personality could be incredibly social. They like to have a lot of people around, or maybe someone likes to have more one-on-one communication. So our communication is drastically impacted by our personality, that God wiring. Also, the family of origin. So what we mean by this is your childhood and your adolescence. What did you learn about communication? How did your family handle dinner time or chore time or communication in general? Because that impresses upon you in a significant way. Now, sometimes we have family of origin experiences. Let's say our family always fought when we were getting out the door. It was always really stressful, and so I'm not going to do that in my family. And when we are leaving, I'm going to stay calm, I'm going to speak kindly, and I'm not going to raise my voice. Well, that's still a family of origin issue because it's very strong and important to you to do something different than what you experienced in your family of origin. Or it could be that you do it because that's how your family did it. That's all you know. And so that affects your communication in a big way. And of course, this third component is your life experience. And that's since your family of origin and not because of your family, but the experiences that you had in your lifetime that contribute to your understanding of how the world works. And so this might mean, you know what, I've learned that kindness really does pay off. And to give a personal example for me, I've learned that being relational in customer service type moments have paid off. So I tend to keep my cool, but be incredibly insistent when I have had bad customer service. And Scott knows this. He's seen this many times. I will be kind and I'll stick right with you. But I am going to be pretty adamant that you should refund my money or make this right in some way. And my life experience has shown that that pays off. I have been able to redeem certain situations because of that. Another person could have been, having much worse luck in that area than they would have experienced. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter how you ask for something to be right. The reality is there's bad customer service out there and you just have to, just roll with it because you can't fix it. And that's their life experience, and that's valid as well. So you have to recognize that that really is underscoring the relationship you have with your spouse, with your children, with your coworker, with your boss, with your neighbor, your own extended family, friends, and friends as well. So what affects your communication? I'd like you to think even right now, which one of these 3 bubbles is surprising you the most or kind of standing out in your heart and mind right now? Like, whoa, that really does put a filter on how I communicate. I want you to think about which one of these. You also might be thinking of a certain setting. Is this taking place for you at work or in home life or church perhaps? And think about another situation where this is really at play. Because I think you can have quite a bit of grace and understanding when you recognize someone else you communicate with on a regular basis is very much filtered and impacted by one of these bubbles.